G'day viewers, it's Greg. Welcome to Oz by Drone, and you can probably hear from my creaky voice that it's a fun day. So we're here at the moment streaming for a couple of reasons. One, to share with you the absolute joy and fun and pleasure that I'm going through today, but also to document the challenges that I'm having with Telstra today. It's very rare that I feel defeated, but it's happened once before trying to talk to Telstra, and today is another one of those days. What I would like today, if someone's around in a few moments, if we've got any viewers that are able to help me to test and become a additional participant via Rendezvous and chat to me here, that would be absolutely awesome, because if not, Oz by Drone and all of the video stuff that I do is going to stop right here because I can't do it anymore. I just can't do it. It's absolutely insane. I'm on hold with Telstra at the moment waiting to speak to their complaints people. But let me get up the chat while we're waiting. Let me get up the chat. Oz by Drone /live. There we go. By the way, I hope you like the haircut. I've been pulling out my hair, obviously. Ooh, it sent the wrong title. And where's my live? I've got 3 people watching, but I can't find the output live dashboard. Let's do it that way. Okay, Matthew Mel and Thunderbird 6, g'day. Lock the eyes from Ken Heron on the drone. Okay. So let me quickly tell you about what's been happening while we're waiting for this Telstra guy. So I've had outages, as you know, I've had challenges. Telstra have supposedly investigated and done stuff and supposedly fixed it up, but time and time again we have internet outages. Earlier today, I got a call from a complaints manager telling me it's all good and it's all fixed and there's nothing else to worry about. But at the same time, I've got 17% packet loss. And I'm going to show it to you right now. See if I still got that window up. Have I closed that window? I got too many open. No, I think I've closed it. Let me give you the hold music, by the way. You can have a laugh at it. Here we go. See if I can find that info. There we go. Oops, I got one of my neighbours calling. 1 second. G'day Ross, how you doing? Hello? Yeah, Roscoe. Just wondering, is your internet slow again today? You're not home? Okay, give me a buzz when you're home. Thanks, mate. Thanks, bye. So who's the one person watching? I hope it's not me. I got 2 people watching. Who else is here? Thunderbird. Yeah, well, it's... I'm not trying to green screen it, but Thunderbird, where are you based? Okay, let me capture my screen. Bundaberg. Yeah. I just can't do this anymore. I can't do it as long as Telstra's network is this bad. I'm just trying to get this on the screen. Now, I don't know if you can see that, but I sent 1,000 packets, 844 received, 15% packet loss. And Telstra tell me there's nothing wrong with their network. This is absolutely normal. I can't explain it other than to say I am broken, mentally and physically broken by trying to use this network to do this show. And then they come and tell me they can't do anything. Meanwhile, we're on hold. We can enjoy the Telstra hold music. The echoing. Where would that be? Oh, that's coming from the Telstra phone. Yeah, sorry. I'll turn it down. You don't need to hear it for now. So Matthew or Aussie Survival or Thunderbird, I want anyone who's available to come into Rendezvous. I need to simulate and replicate what happens during the normal live show. And I need to have some guests on the screen. So there's a link. If any one of you want to join, that'd be really cool. That'd be really helpful. Hello to everyone who's here. Got 7 viewers now. Quick recap. We're here. I'm on hold waiting for Telstra Complaints. So my internet's been crapped out again all day today. Let me see if I can give you a picture of it. In fact, I should get the other monitor up. G'day, Night Train. Where's the other monitor? There we go. Andrew is now available for Rendezvous. G'day, Andrew. G'day. I can hear you, but they can't yet, so give me a little while. Let me chuck you. I'll make a shot like this one. Shots, new shot. Change template. Side by side, that'll do. Thunderbird 6, you go straight to the CEO. Yeah, I wish I could. Change source. And we'll put myself in there for a start. FaceTime. Change source, source B. We'll put Andrew in there. And we might even have some audio. How you doing, Andrew?
Yeah, good. Thanks, Greg. How you going? You battling on with Telstra?
I'm doing more than battling. I am just mentally drained. When you have the supervisors telling you there's nothing that they can do, and even at the time that you're talking to them, your internet was crapping out. I want to put this on the screen for you. It'll take me a few moments. I wasn't really prepared for doing this today, so let's see how we go. Media files, where are we? Video capture, new screen capture. As you can see, I'm not as prepared as I normally am when I do the normal show.
Yeah.
There we go. Change from that monitor, full screen. Still on hold with Telstra, by the way.
Mm.
Come on, the other monitor. There we go. So if I now throw a web browser over there, and new web browser, so let me actually send you the picture as well so that it's not just YouTube. Live output, there you go. And I'll make that full screen. There we go. There is a picture of my internet. Now at 12:40 today, that's when my internet was kind of turned back on, for lack of a better description. They changed the IP address, so I started monitoring again from that time. And
Yep.
at 1:20 p.m. approximately, you can see that the color goes from all green to purple and blue and every other color under the rainbow.
Yeah.
Now, I'm a network engineer. That's what I do. I know networks really well. Let's zoom in on that if I can. Oops. If you have a look at that, what do you notice? The colors. The purples, 10 out of 20. At different points
Yeah.
in there, 50% of the network packets going into my house were not working during that period from 1:20 until 2:45 today. But they tell me it's normal. I'm just broken. I don't know how to say it any other way.
Yeah. It might be normal, but it's not acceptable.
No, if it's not acceptable, I would agree with that phraseology. But they said they're not doing anything else about it. They refuse to investigate or look at it. And wait, there's more. Let me go and get this. I'll get another window. Let's log into that. Let's have a look. There we go. Got another window that I'm going to bring over. Now, sorry for being all geek on you here. Whoops. What happened there? There we go. Try that again. So this window, you can see on the page there, we've got this started unicast maintenance ranging no response received, T3 timeout. That is geek for our network is down. T3 timeout means that my modem can't see their infrastructure. And I called them up and I was on the phone to the guy and he said, no, there's nothing with our network. It's just a critical error on the screen here in their modem. It's critical, but no, there's no fault. And then they remotely reboot my modem and say, well, there's no fault found and it's all good. And am I missing something? Let me go back to the chat room.
I don't think it's you that's missing it.
I'm just
not seeing the same data.
They actually refused to look at this data. They said they've already investigated and they found no fault. And because they found no fault, they said, well, there's nothing else we're going to do. And the complaints manager said, well, they've already investigated. There's nothing else we're going to do. Now, the challenge for me is, what do I do about it? I can't go to another provider. I wish I could, because I don't yet have NBN. Now, if I go to a DSL service, it's going to be a slower upload speed than what Telstra gives me, so I can't do that. I have no alternative. But looking at that graph again, I'll just bring it back up one more time. By the way, let's just put the music up. I'm still on hold with them. Gotta love the Telstra hold music.
Oh, so much better than Centrelink's. If you've ever had to listen to that before, oh, shocking.
Let me just turn up my headphones because I can't hear you too well. There we go. Talk again for me.
No worries, Greg. How's that now?
That's better. Much better.
Yep.
Okay. So the good positive news is, since calling them today, right now, if I go back to the pretty picture, and that shot is over here, right, you can see that from the time that I started this stream, how long have I been streaming for now? Maybe 15 minutes. I think it fixed itself just before the stream, which is really annoying because I wanted the actual quality of this stream to reflect the problem, but it already fixed itself before I started it. And what do I do? Seriously. Is there another person, by the way, in the chat room? I want to simulate 2 guests coming in. I think it's probably going to work, and I think there probably won't be a problem right now because, as you can see from the monitoring tool that I've got, it's already cleared, but that's not the point. Anyway, is there anyone else? Oh, here we go. I've got one of my neighbours. Hang on a second. G'day, g'day. It's already appears to be a lot clearer than it was from what I can see, but tell me, what are you seeing? Your internet. Yeah. Yeah. I got another call coming in too. I'll catch you soon. Thanks, bye. Okay, bye. Hello. Hey, how you doing? Okay. Okay. So you want to lift home at some point? Just give me a buzz with, maybe an hour or half an hour before you want me to pick you up, and I'll sort that out. Yeah, absolutely. Pardon me, I'm just live on YouTube at the moment and my half of this conversation's going there. Okay, see you, Dad. See you later. Bye. Bye. At the same time as dealing with Telstra, my mother had surgery on her eyes recently, one eye, to have a cataract removed. Then shortly after that, she was diagnosed with cancer, and she's in there today having a cancer removed right now as we speak. And then after that, she's got another eye surgery next week. And everything at the moment that you can imagine, I can't say it any other way. I feel broken, not because of all of the other stuff. The other stuff is within my control as much as can be. Someone's sick, they take surgery and all of these other things. But when you've got something that you depend on that is outside of your control, that's what broke me today. I can't put it any other way.
I understand completely.
And right now we're up to the 58-minute mark on this call with Telstra. So I did speak to a human and they put me through to the complaints people.
They must be very busy.
Well, they must be very bloody busy. Of course they are. What would you expect from the Telstra complaints team? Do me a favour, everyone who's watching, tweet this video out. Telstra complaint live. Tweet it out, Facebook it out, share it, whatever you can do. Let people know this is what happens when you've got a problem with Telstra. You hear hold music. Sorry. Do I sound frustrated?
A little.
I keep saying sorry. Yeah. Let me open the rendezvous dashboard again and I'll get a copy of that link. I need 2 people in here just to test what we're going to have on the weekend. Matthew Mell, file a complaint. Yeah, I opened a complaint and their complaints department basically closed it without doing anything. I mean, look, you guys know what happens. You guys come in and you watch my show and you see when the internet drops out. It's not a figment of my imagination.
No.
Relatively speaking, it's been pretty good over the last couple of weeks. But, you know, for my regulars that have been around, you've seen it for long enough. Tell me how you really feel, Greg. Oh. You know, it's so frustrating for me because I'm a network guy and I can, if I was internal within Telstra, I would be able to go in there and have a chat to some people and have a look at it and find the root cause of the problem. I don't know anything about HFC, relatively speaking, but other networks I do, and it's fixable. The problem is they go and send out people who are looking at RF signals all the time, and it's not an RF problem. It's somewhere else in their network. Something's broken. No, I'm not on ADSL. I'm on cable. I tell you what, guys, I would love to take bets from you how long it will be until the Telstra complaint person answers the phone. Let me put a little clock from now. Let's do that. I want to have a bit of fun here. Overlay. Clock. By the way, if you need to go at any time, Andrew, just say so. I just want someone else to jump in. Because I wanted 2 people in there to simulate what we normally do. Basic format, advanced format, clock. I don't normally use clocks except for my countdown clock, and it's different, so I don't know how to do a stopwatch thing. Here we go. Count up, start. Okay, we've got the Telstra clock running. How long will it be from now until they answer the phone? So Thunderbird 6, all of your issues finally stopped when they fixed the NBN connection. So I'll go and quickly comment about that. The Telstra, even though I'm paying Telstra and I'm not on the NBN purchased the cable, the physical wire from Telstra. And when they did that, Telstra, who had been underinvesting in the maintenance and upkeep of that physical cable, were going, "Oh, you beauty, lots of money for us. We get paid for getting rid of our shit." Sorry, I shouldn't say that on YouTube. Getting rid of our old, underinvested, under-maintained network. So they got paid a shitload of money, and NBN look at it and they think, "Oh, what's this little pile of smelly stuff that we've just bought," and realise, oh no, how do we actually maintain the Telstra network? And the reality is, if we had actually got NBN fibre to the premises, as was originally promised, the maintenance cost on brand new fibre is donuts, zero. But the maintenance cost on this legacy prehistoric network is it's an endless bucket. Anyway, anyway, I'll. So we got someone else there yet? Anyone else who can jump in for rendezvous, even if it's only for about 1 or 2 minutes, just so that I can say I've had 2 people on the screen and it worked or it didn't work. And then once that happens, whoever wants to go away can go away. And I'll sit here and share my Telstra complaint live. So what do you think of the show? You're a regular?
Yeah, love the show. Yeah, I'm a regular.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This weekend, who have I got this weekend? I'm going to have, his name is on the tip of my tongue. I'm going to have Artco.
Oh yeah, yep. I know Art.
Yeah, I thought I'd been thinking about having him for a while. I was going to have him last weekend, but then I heard something about he was doing something last week, and I thought, let's push it off, and so I got Spikey in. I'll have Art next week. Finding guests is challenging, and I think I mentioned that on last week's show. Just the management of all of that it takes a lot of time. So I don't know how Ken does that and everything else. He's an absolute Superman, for lack of a better description.
Yeah, and releasing all the content on YouTube that he does as well, in addition to the live show.
Yeah. While I'm here, let's talk about some other stuff. While we're waiting on Telstra.
Yeah.
While we're waiting to make a complaint. My new computer that came in. This is it. So my old computer, the screen died, and that was an excuse for me to go and buy a new computer. And I thought, well, the old one wasn't really set up for graphics and gaming, so I got a new one, and that's what I bought. But I bought it like 1 or 2 days before Apple released their new machine, and it was delivered after they released their new machine. So I paid a large amount of money and I get a 6-core machine, and then a couple of days later they released their 8-core machine, and I was unhappy. But I spoke to them, and to their credit, Apple paid me to get a faster machine.
Oh, nice.
The newer machine was a cheaper price, and they said, just order the new one. You can send that one back because it's within the 2-week period. And they said, we'll get it sorted out. It might take a couple of days extra, but, we're agreeing to do it now. So they were absolutely rock solid. It was really cool. So I'm going to make a video. I'm going to make a video when it arrives, and the title of the video will be Apple paid me to upgrade my MacBook, in brackets, really.
Good one.
Yeah. Thunderbird 6, like your show, all you need is a beard like Spike and you will be complete. Well, I don't need the beard now. I've got rid of a bit of extra hair up top. I had a haircut on the weekend. Or not on the weekend, midweek. And let's get rid of one headset since they're not answering. I got rid of... I had a haircut midweek, and the place I normally go to, it's like the $7 haircut place. And I go in there and they say, what would you like done? I said, I'll tell you the same thing I tell them always. Make it look good. That's all. And that's what I ended up with. Every other time it works. I had someone different that was new. So anyway, for $7, you can't complain.
No. No, got to be happy with that.
So viewers, just an update. We are on hold waiting for Telstra. I am here to make a complaint. For those who have joined late, I will put it on the screen again. The clock won't be visible for a little while, but that's all right. Here is my internet today. The blue, the pink, the purple, and the red. Red indicates 19 out of 20 packets lost or dropped. Or in other words, your internet is dead. Even anything other than green indicates your internet is dead, technically speaking, because the packet didn't get from point A to point B and come back. Blue, the light blue, is kind of okay, but not really. You don't really want it to be like that, but it kind of recovers. That's when your internet would be slow but workable. Anyway. So who else is in the chat? I need someone else to come in just to come on the screen for a couple of minutes. Drone King in Darwin. Love my internet here. Always seeing the commercials for Adelaide businesses. Yeah. I know that I am old. When you ask for a barber for a normal short back and sides, they come at you with crew cut clippers. Yeah. After 5 visits from the tech saying nothing wrong here, finally discovered that last 20 feet of wire was corroded to the house. Now it's great. Speed went from 5 megabits to 48 megabits per second. Where are you, Thunderbird? You're in Australia. I assume you're using NBN. Yeah, here's the thing. I started talking about this before. NBN to my location. I live in a townhouse complex, and obviously someone who wants to stream, it would be ideal to have fibre to the premises. And to try and get a quote out of NBN to do technology choice, it's still not available to this date. In fact, if I Google it right now, technology choice, NBN, let's see, I'll put in my address and see what they say today. Oops, my bad. Got to go to the availability check first before they'll tell you that. So tell me about yourself while we're sitting here, Andrew.
Not a great deal to tell, really, I guess. I'm a full-time student at Uni SA, studying a degree in social work.
Okay.
My wife and I, between us, have got 6 kids. We've got 4 at home. Mm-hmm. The oldest one at home is 12. Youngest one at home's 5. Our youngest, her name's Rebel, and we called her Rebel because she was born with Down syndrome and had some heart defects, and she really fought. So she had open heart surgery to fix up the dodgy ticker when she was 6 months old. and yeah, we just thought, you know, when she was born, she was such a fighter, so we called her Rebel.
Okay. That is a cool story.
And that's what sort of sparked the interest to get into social work, just to sort of give something back, I guess.
How old is she now, did you say?
She's 5 now.
Okay. And how far are you into the degree?
In my second year, so almost halfway through my second year.
Okay. Yeah, no, that sounds really cool. And certainly it motivates you when you've got a personal connection to something like that.
Yeah, it does. My wife's actually just started studying Certificate 3 in disability support too. So it's kind of opened up some doors and possibilities for us to get into business in the long term, perhaps down the track once we've got some experience as well, which would be great, you know, because then we can hopefully help a lot more people. I live in regional South Australia. We're not too badly off for services down here, but some of them are a little bit limited, and there's still that the attitude, I guess, sort of similar to what you were saying. Well, was it Thunderbird 6? I think was saying before about seeing Adelaide ads when he lives in Darwin. You know, we get a lot of notification from services that are based in Adelaide, and they sort of, I don't know, they seem to think we're just down the road. We're actually like 500 k's away.
I've just had a look at something, and this is actually good news. HFC, hybrid fibre coaxial, is available to convert to fibre to the premises, and I'd previously asked them to let me know when that's available, and it's now available.
What a bonus.
That is really, really cool. You can switch to fibre to the premises. You can't switch to fibre to the curb. Fibre to the building is available for area switch. So anyone who says they want fibre to the premises can individually switch, or you can do an area switch to fibre to the building and have your own internal cabling, but that'd still be copper for the last mile. So 165 for premises for each premise over 20. So you pay a $330 fee for an individual premises switch, or $330 per premises for a group switch. I don't know if that's, I'll have to have a look at that. And so group members not accept their quote, quote fee to receive another quote. That could be interesting. I think it's good.
Yeah, that could be a good solution.
It's annoying that they didn't tell me about it, because, yeah, anyway. Let me go back to YouTube, see who's there. Andrew, tell me when you want to bail.
Yeah, no, I'm good at the moment. I can hang
Matthew
around.
Mell is going to sleep. See you, Matthew. Thunderbird 6 Bundaberg. By the way, the show is rock solid. Yeah, I know. Because they... Hello, Andy. Andy, Aerial Career by Andy. I want, Andy, you to do me a favour. We were going to have you on as a guest. And this is not an official show, but Andy, I would love for you to come on the screen right now and test, because I need 2 people on the screen to test what it is that I'm doing. And that way we can test and make sure it's going to work for you when you come on as a guest. So not this weekend, but the weekend after. Maybe if you can come in then for the final show. But Andy, if you're available now to test, click on that link. Quick story. So I did that video from Korea, and Andy was around at the time on the field, and I did an interview with him on my Osmo Pocket, and for, call it stupidity, I thought it was recording, but it wasn't. I took a single still photograph of him and then proceeded to talk into the camera as if it was doing video recording. And I found out when I got back to Sydney that there was no footage, so I was a little bit... Anyway. Stuff happens, as they say.
Yeah.
So, Andy, let me type to you. You're on the subway. Okay. Another time. Andy, just out of interest, what I'm here doing today is complaining about my internet company. Yeah, it depends how long it takes you to get home. The subway in Korea is pretty fast. I'm complaining about my telephone and internet company. And yeah, 1 hour and 18 minutes is the total duration of the call so far since I called them. I'm waiting for a complaints officer. Telstra, watching paint dry? We can help you with that too. I'm thinking I should call them back because that's too long. If I call them back... What do you reckon? Call them back?
Yeah, I would. Yeah, that's a ridiculous amount of time.
1 hour and 20 minutes. Oh, here we go. So right now I can see that our YouTube feed just had a little glitch before I call them. So this is the stuff that I want to, get sorted out. Show statistics. Let's find out what happened. RTMPQ size, viewers. There we go. So the RTMPQ went up to 2 seconds. That is the first time we've glitched during the show today, during today's broadcast. Before then it was clear and no problems. Seven days, 3 hours, 6 minutes guess. Okay, let me call them back, see if I can find another phone number. Telstra. Okay.
Welcome to Telstra. Your call may be recorded for coaching and quality purposes.
See you later, Andy. Aerial Andy, anyway.
Your case manager, followed by the hash key. If you... Thank you. Sorry, but all our case managers are currently on other calls. Please leave your name, contact number, and...
Let me try it without that PIN number and see what happens.
Welcome to Telstra. Your call may be recorded for coaching and quality purposes. Please enter the 4-digit PIN number for your case manager, followed by the hash key. If you do not have a PIN number, please press 0. Thank you.
Technically, I don't have a PIN number. The PIN number I used was from the previous case manager, but anyway, long story. Okay, let's get that. How many people have we got in the chat room? About the same. Are they still watching my stream? Maybe.
Telstra.com on your mobile, tablet or PC for product information, my account, and answers to many common questions.
And stream dropped out. It's orange at the moment. Media. Yeah, the RTMP queue size is for everyone right now. Seconds. 6. You can YouTube side is probably down.
Yep.
My internet, there's nothing with it.
Yeah. Now on 50, gone up to 1.
And when I do my normal show, to
Yeah.
make it recover quicker, but you guys don't see it. But because this is, I don't know. Did it restart? Let me know.
Yeah, it looks like it's go. Countdown clocks, count up clocks, 2:29 now, 2:30.
Okay.
On the move stream. Yeah, it looks like that. We're back.
I got a live broadcast tomorrow morning. And it's one that had been put off a number of times. Actually, let's
that fibre.
Sorry, go.
That fibre to the premises. That sounds like it could be a solution, though.
Yeah. Telstra complaint live equals watching paint dry. Okay, let me go to Twitter. Let's see if I can tweet this thing out. So who else is in here watching at the moment? We got Andrew, obviously. Thunderbird. Who else is still with us watching?
Live stream just buffered then again too. Solid buffering, froze 4 minutes 44.
And restart it. And I will come over here. Hello, Troy. How are you today?
Not bad, mate. Yourself?
Good, thanks, Troy.
How can I help you?
Just in advance, before we start, I'll notify you of a couple of things. One, the call's being recorded, and secondly, the call's also being live streamed on YouTube. I am a YouTube live streamer, and this complaint relates to problems that have been ongoing for some time on my Telstra service. So I'm actually testing it, but also informing my viewers about the Telstra complaint process.
All right. So this really is the first time that I encountered, or will be encountering, a customer recording this via live streaming, or on was that on Facebook? Did you say?
It's on YouTube.
Oh, YouTube.
Yeah.
All right. What's the complaint reference number, please, so I can bring up your file?
Okay, so SR1-1205035799071.
1-205
No.
035.
SR1-1205035799071.
Got it. Thank you. Right. So it's a service request. It doesn't really say whether this is a complaint, but it's got to do with a fault on your service.
So I was just speaking through to someone in the, what's it called, department? The broadband HFC department over in Queensland. And they said that this is a complaint ticket and that the complaint manager is, let me see if I can find the name that he told me.
Yeah.
No, I didn't write down the name. That's my bad. Or actually, no, I don't know.
I can help you find it. I just gotta bring up your file and run through all the lines.
Yep.
Sorry, your name again?
My name is Greg Kuhnert, Kuhnert. When we get to any points where there's any private data, I'll mute the microphone of what's going live to air on YouTube.
Sure. What's okay. There really is no open complaint. I can lodge a complaint on your behalf, or if you happen to have the staff ID of this case manager, then I may be able to contact your case manager.
So let me see if I've got the previous call recording from the Queensland Centre, and I'll play that back just so that we can have a listen and see if he does say who the case manager is. So stand by.
Sure.
Just got to download it, so... Now I'm testing my own memory. I don't actually play them back all that often. Connectivity reports.
So this is for your cable?
That's correct. That's correct.
HFC.
Yep.
How long has it been ongoing?
I can't remember. It was pretty much ever since the service was commissioned, but there was a complaint lodged in November. There was another complaint lodged in March. The complaint that was lodged in March was apparently looked at by a guy called Ron, and I can give you the ticket number of that one.
Yeah, I've got that on file.
Yeah, apparently Ron said that it's the same thing as the one in November, and he didn't do anything. He didn't call me. He didn't take any action.
This is frustrating.
He just closed it without doing anything. And might I add, just so you know, I've got another complaint for my parents, of which I'm an authorised contact on their account, and I opened that complaint ticket, and the complaint manager for that one today said they're not going to take any action or not do anything because they don't believe there's a fault. And might I add that as we speak right now today, I'm live streaming on YouTube, and there were multiple outages during the stream today, and my viewers are watching it, and it's very well documented, and you can go back and play the video of what happened before you answered the phone today. If you want, I'll provide you the URL so you can have a look at that.
Oh, certainly, I would love to. But you see, let's try to check first. Really, if there's case manager looking after your concern, because I just don't see one here. So, really, what I can do, because this will not progress, that is for sure. I can lodge a complaint on your behalf. I'm a receptionist. This is what we generally do.
Yep.
Okay? Alright, I can contact our gatekeepers to officially lodge the complaint today.
Yep.
Right. Now, if I may ask you though, what is going on with your cable service? What can you tell me specifically? What are you experiencing at the moment?
It's
Buffering.
packet loss, intermittent issues. When the problem does happen, the problem happens to multiple units in the same townhouse complex at the same time simultaneously, so it's not a single property issue. As I said to you before, I've got my issue here. My parents are at a different unit number at the same street address, and it goes down for them at exactly the same time. But your people in your complaints team keep on telling me, well, there's nothing wrong in our network. It's all perfect. You must be imagining it. You know, it's unacceptable.
I'm with you there.
By the way, I'll just be really, really clear. This happens at unit number 4, which is my next door neighbour, at unit number 5, which is myself, unit number 9, which is directly opposite me, unit number 15, of which I'm an authorised contact on that account as well, and also unit number 18. Those are 5 units are the only people that have Telstra cable. Everyone else uses different technology, and every single one of those people has an outage when it happens at the same time. But when it happens, today I was on the phone to your escalation people, and when it was happening, I was getting 17% packet loss, and I said, can I send you a photograph of this? He said, no. Can I tweet it out and I'll send you a picture of it? He said, no. He said, we've looked at it before and there's no fault. And if I have a look at my modem log, I see T3 timeouts happening at the exact time that the service became unstable. And then when I call up later on, magically, the Pixies went and fixed it up and did a DOCSIS dev reset now. So they rebooted the modem, and the Pixies reboot the modem and do stuff, and it all fixes itself. But just rebooting modems is not a permanent solution. You haven't got to the root cause of the problem.
Oh yeah, I would agree. That's just annoying, really. Every time it happens, you just gotta reboot your modem, and it's happening very often.
Well, here's the reality. Like I said before, I'm live streaming this to YouTube, and I am a YouTube live streamer. I have a weekly live show on Saturdays. I've got another smaller one tomorrow morning on Friday at 7:30 a.m. tomorrow morning. And as a result, I can't do what I need to do, and it looks very, very unprofessional. And I'm looking at one of my viewers has currently joined me live in my show today, and he's on the screen, and he's just laughing at this, I'm watching him laugh.
Embarrassing. Can I have the URL of this YouTube video that you're doing at the moment?
If you go to youtube.com/OzByDrone, OZBYDRONE.
Oh, sorry, can you repeat that again?
Oz as in Australia, OZ. BY, by, drone. So normally I talk about drones and related topics.
Yep.
And that's my channel link. If you go there and just have a look, you should find it.
Sure. I'll check that one out later. My break time.
But if you go to that link that I just sent you right now, you can watch on the screen. You can see myself. And the other guy, another Aussie's on the screen right now. We got only 13 people watching it. I'm not the.
I really want to do that, but we're not allowed to.
Sorry, what?
I really want to do that, but I'm not allowed to. I'll check it out on my phone. Use my phone.
Okay.
Correct. So, what is your best contact number?
Okay, so let me go and mute the audio going out to YouTube. Yeah.
Alright, so this will be officially launched today, this complaint. Now a case manager will be in contact with you in 24 to 48 hours. Now we do have case managers working on the weekends. You may receive a call back from one of our case managers.
Okay, just so you know, like I said, just on the weekend from the hours of 11 Sydney time. Yeah, so from 11 Sydney time until, say, 12:30, that's when my show is. So I'd prefer they didn't call in that window.
Okay, I'll leave notes to say that. 11:30.
11 till 12:30. On Saturday.
On Saturday. Okay.
Yeah. By the way, can I just get you to clarify one thing for me?
Sure.
In addition to making the technical complaint, I'd like to specifically complain about Dylan, who apparently is a team leader in the centre. I asked for his staff ID. He refused to provide his staff ID. He directed the people in the centre to disconnect the call and to terminate the call, even though at the time I asked him two simple questions. Is it normal to have 17% packet loss on the network? And this is, to be very clear, I'm technical enough to know to eliminate the local LAN and all of that. This is pinging router to router from my router unit 5 to my parents' router unit 15. I'm an authorized contact on both accounts, so the only thing in between is the Telstra network. And I was getting 17% packet loss. I asked him, is that normal or acceptable? And he said, our people have already tested it. We're not going to do anything more. I asked him, is it normal or acceptable to get T3 timeouts today? And can I send you the log? And he said, no, talk to a complaints manager. That department and that team are doing, in my opinion, a cover-up for their incompetence and their unwillingness to fix a real customer fault. And for the benefit of my viewers now, I'm just going to put those logs up on the screen so that they can see it as well. I'm actually going to log into the modem. Let's do it that way. The Telstra Gateway modem. So this will be good data for you. It's proof of it.
Well, to be perfectly honest with you, I'm not really that of a technical person. So when you are mentioning about this data packet laws or T3, whatever, I'm not really understanding what you're saying. Yeah, I'm not a technical person. Sorry, but surely your case manager will assist you further.
Okay.
The cable, complaints team.
Let me just put it up on the screen now for the benefit of my viewers. So
Sure.
the 24th of May, and this is UTC time, so Greenwich Mean Time or whatever. No ranging response received. T3 timeout. DHCP failed, or in other words, my modem couldn't get an IP address. On the 24th of May again, the 24th of May again, 24th of May again, DHCP failed. Right? Those are all listed as critical errors. And as I scroll down, 24th of May, 24th of May, then we've got reg response not received. Again, registration response, something with the Telstra network. Then we've got time not established, so a modem reboot. Then we've got started unicast maintenance ranging, no response received on the 26th of May, but according to Telstra, there's no fault on my service. And then again on the 30th of May, started unicast maintenance ranging, no response received, T3 timeout. And that was the one from today. That was the one from today. And I was on the phone to Telstra and they said, no, we can't see anything wrong. Just to be clear for your benefit, and you can learn something out of this as well, a T3 timeout is a message from the modem when it can't see the Telstra network.
I see. That's something that I can add onto my related to computers, technology. So T3 timeout. All right. So again, your best contact number is...
Up. I'll just mute the mic again.
Okay. Now on Saturdays,
Yep.
you can be contacted between 11 till 12:30.
Yep.
Right? That's when you do your live streaming on YouTube.
Yep.
Yeah?
Yep.
Okay. Good. All right.
Now, when you play that video back, you'll notice that there were dropouts in the video where it just clipped. There were bits that'll be missing. So that's when the Telstra network today, during the production of this video today, died. So it happened live during this call.
Okay. Yeah, I'm excited. So yeah, after this call, I'm going to take my break. Okay.
Yeah. And last thing I'm going to share with you very, very briefly, because I don't want to take up too much of your time. I'm going to put up a live graph. This is a graph of the monitoring of my network from a server that I've got. And that graph that you're looking at on the screen has different colors in there. Anything that is not green means the Telstra network failed. So there's some reds, there's some magentas, some purples. All of those things mean that 19 out of 20 packets didn't come back. So it's like 90% dead.
Oh, no.
But according to your escalations team, they couldn't see it. There was no fault. And here's the really annoying bit. For those watching the video, at the time that I called them, they pressed a button and magically my network went back to green. And then a little bit later, half an hour later, at about 3:20, thereabouts, you can see the blues and the blacks coming back again. And during the course of this call, we had multiple dropouts of the YouTube live stream. It's not in my imagination. I've got data galore.
Oh, no.
So I just turned on something. There we go. I'll get rid of that. I turned on some music. My bad. Anyway, at the end of this call, I want to just say thank you for taking the time to listen, because earlier on in the day, and I've got recordings of all of these calls, I do want to specifically make reference to Dylan, the team leader, and complain about his attitude. This is not a technical complaint. This is a problem with the way he handled that, and that needs to be fixed.
Sure. Okay, we'll get someone to resolve that matter for you. Okay?
Yeah.
From the cable compliance team.
Yeah.
Right. Anything else?
That will do for today. I thank you very much for your time. And
You're very much welcome.
yeah. Okay. Have a good one. Bye-bye.
Yeah. Thank you.
Bye-bye. Okay. So, I'm glad I kept the clock running, actually. I just worked out why, because the clock running is going to show when there are gaps in the time during the buffering.
Yep.
So that was actually a good thing to do. He listened. That was positive.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm just processing at the moment. How many people are watching right now? Let's have a look.
We're up to 12, I think, by the look of it.
There we go. YouTube. Oh, where's my YouTube window? It's over here. There we go. $11 people watching. Let's have a look in the chat. That got me nowhere. It got it registered. I guess that's better than nothing. Hey, how you doing? Hey, Mick. Good to see you. Andrew Altschwager. You could still hear Greg on Rendezvous, and it was 2. What? Oh. Okay. He's probably waiting for the "you've been pranked." Mick, it's 045555. Yeah, okay. 555-1234 if it doesn't crash. Get a number for the call. Never had a call like this before. Yeah, the guy, I'm sure he probably hasn't. Luckily, I can lip read. Thank you, Thunderbird. We're lip reading, but we are important people. Say I'm a techie. Yeah, I've told them I'm a techie before. Mick Malloy. Yes, Telstra sucks. Telstra bingo. Yeah, playing the game of how long will it take until they answer the phone. A customer service guarantee from Thunderbird 6. Unfortunately, the Telstra cable network is not covered by the Telstra service guarantee. Otherwise, I would go there, definitely. Let me do something before we finish today. I'm going to put a window up on the screen. So this is the statistics from this broadcast. And this is a good little tool. Switch to that window. Okay, now the purple thing is the RTMP queue size. Ideally, it should be 0 or less than 0. You can see over here. Oh, there we go. It's going down again. So it was up a little while. The scale, it dynamically rescales. But if I go back in time, and it's hard to scroll it on this monitor, so 2 seconds. There you go. That was one of the dropouts. So the purple thing goes up. That's the RTMP queue size. That means there's stuff that I want to transmit to YouTube but it is not able to send it. So it's being queued up locally waiting to send. And at the same time, the red line is the bit rate. That's the amount of data I'm able to send to YouTube. And it stops sending because it's given up. So this is an example. When you guys see buffering, this is what's happening behind the scenes. Let me go back further. There's another one, got up to 7 seconds, but it didn't drop out that time until later. It dropped right there. Yeah, enough said. I've got enough proof. I'm not imagining it. Hey Steve, yes again. Anyway, I don't want to say anymore. I'm over it. I'm gonna chill out. I'm gonna go and have a beer or two, or maybe a slab by the time I get through it. Because, like I said at the beginning of this call, I've got other things happening in my life, and I don't need the additional pain and stress from having to deal with Telstra. So if anyone here knows Telstra and you know any management over there, please call them, show them this video, let them know what your customers really think about your network. If anyone works in human resources or talent acquisition, let me know. I'll come and work for you. I'll come and fix the network. Seriously, I'll tell you what. I'll work for free for a month at Telstra. If you will let me come in there, there's an offer, and talk to the people that are looking at this stuff, have access to your internal tools, I'll come in, and I can't promise I'll find it, but something else has got to happen, because the people that are looking at it right now, it's not working. And it happened during this live stream today. It's not your customer's imagination. Okay, I've got it out. Did I do well, Andrew?
Yeah. You did, mate. Yeah, very well.
This whole stream is just a dream. Yeah, I'll forget about it tomorrow. Okay, I'm going to hang up. I'm going to go. I'll leave the funky music that we have at the end, although I haven't got the chat window on the screen, but I'll leave it up for a little while just so that you guys can chat away for a couple of minutes, and I'll fade it out when I think it's enough. So thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for getting me above the 4,000 watch hours mark. That's really good. Now it's some time for YouTube to review that before I get the YouTube partnership and all of that kind of stuff. So that'll be good. But yeah, have a good one, guys. Bye-bye. And I bring it back over here, and then I press that, and then I press that, and then I press that. There we go. And that's what happens behind the scenes. Yeah. Anyway, I'm going to go and watch the chat for a couple of seconds. I don't think there's many people chatting, but I'll let them go for a little while and then fade it. Thank you for being a guinea pig. It did prove that the buffering happened, so you were helpful in that regard. Very much. Yeah. So what do you fly? The Air is not better in image quality than the Pro. Definitely not. The Pro is better than the Air. here's the inside scoop. There's supposedly an updated spark going to come on the market really soon. And yeah, that's what you should probably wait out for. But I'll tell you what, I'm never selling my fan in 4 Pro. Not until they got something better. Yeah, the challenge is, and I was watching a video on it earlier today, the challenge is that a lot of them have crash damage that has been repaired. Yeah. So, buy second hand, but make sure it's someone you trust. Chatting to you, Andy. We'll have to get you on once you get a drink. Okay, mate. Have a good one. Here we go. Here comes the fade. Here comes the fade. Hang on, let me give you the music. Although this is a bug, the music's probably not fading for you, is it? The music's probably not fading for you. Did the music fade or did it just go dead?